I was sipping coffee at my farmhouse kitchen table, planning a day with Emma and Liam, when I glanced out the window and froze. My red pickup truck was gone. Karen Miller, HOA tyrant, had hotwired it from my driveway, leaving a note on my porch. Borrowed for HOA business. Unapproved parking. She was joyriding on my private, county land, outside her HOA's reach, oblivious to the storm she'd unleashed. Karen, who'd crashed my pool party, find my lake, and shave my dog Max, had crossed a dangerous line, stealing my truck without consent. She didn't know my vehicle had a GPS tracker. My security cameras caught her theft, and I, Sarah, the farmer, Meadowmart owner, conservationist, SWAT trainer, and federal health inspector, had the law and a SWAT team on speed dial. Her theft wasn't just bold. It was grand larceny, and I was about to deliver a reality check she'd never forget. I stood on my porch, phone filming, as Karen's note flapped in the wind. Neighbors, spotting my empty driveway, gathered, outraged. This wasn't just a stolen truck. It was Karen's most reckless attack, blind to my tech and authority. My blood boiled, but a smirk formed. She thought she could take my truck? I was about to turn her joyride into a viral takedown, with my tracker leading the charge. What unfolded wasn't just recovering my truck. It was a masterclass in justice, technology, and community strength that left Karen grounded, her HOA shattered, and Crescent Meadows fiercer. My driveway wasn't just pavement. It was her trap, and the cops were closing in. Karen's note was her dumbest move, and my truck was about to roll over her schemes. Crescent Meadows was a bold suburb, its amber fields, cozy porches, and my Meadowmart cafe, a fierce stand against Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. Once strangled by bans on improper parking and unapproved vehicles, it now thrived, with my 50-acre state-leased ranch and my farmhouse on unincorporated county land as its core. My driveway, where my red pickup truck, equipped with a GPS tracker, usually sat, was HOA exempt, protected by county and federal laws. I'm Sarah, the farmer, conservationist, SWAT trainer, Meadowmart owner, and federal health inspector who'd crushed Karen 28 times, buying Meadowmart after her farm stand ban, exposing her assault on Lily, stopping her fishing derby, evicting her fishing club, jailing fake HOA cops, rallying for a pilot's defiance, retrieving my tow tractor, shutting down her cop call on my fence, backing Ibrahim Traoré, ejecting her security patrol, protecting the Thompsons, winning court for my wrecked car, defending my mom's cold stand, exposing her 911 call on Senator Ellison, grounding her airline stunt, nailing her bank meddling, restoring my water pipe, towing her SUV, saving my mom's nurse, rescuing Emma from her kidnapping, saving Liam from her brick attack, foiling her field grab, scaring her with my bear, Bruno, defending Emma's wheelchair, stopping her 911 call on my ranch, saving Max from her clippers, voiding her lake fine, and saving my pool party. My truck, a lifeline for my ranch and kids, was wired with security tech. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a brazen bully, her clipboard a flimsy prop for her control obsession. Exiled, jailed, and bankrupted, she'd stolen my truck, claiming it was HOA business. Unaware that her act was felony theft, my land was private, and my tracker was live. Her scheme, backed by a few HOA diehards, was a desperate bid for power, blind to my cameras and the law. Key allies included my mother, Ellen, a sharpshooter with dialysis, Tom, my biologist friend who monitored my lake, Linda, the councilwoman who backed my fights, Lily, my waitress-turned-leader, and the Thompsons, especially Dr. James Thompson. Deputy Harris, my SWAT friend, led the response, and my FBI contact, Agent Laura Chun, was ready to escalate. The Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital hub, would ignite the fight. The setting was a crisp October morning in 2025, and my farmhouse driveway on a county road, where my truck's absence left a glaring void. Karen's note, pinned to my porch, brag of her theft. My security cameras, wired for home and ranch safety, captured her hot wiring and driving off. Neighbors, spotting the empty spot, gathered in shock. Karen's theft was a federal crime, and her ignorance of my tracker was her fatal error. This wasn't just about a truck. It was Karen's final assault on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, It was a chance to protect my family, reclaim my property, and unite our community. As I filmed, I knew this fight would echo our victories and redefine our town's strength. Karen's theft was a reckless gambit. "Your truck's mine for HOA duties," her note gloated. Pinned to my porch is my tracker pinged her location, her condo, 2 miles away. I filmed, shouting, "This is my private land, Karen. You stole my truck." Her absence didn't dull my fury. My tracker had her pinned. I called Harris, who growled, "Grand larceny? She's toast." Ellen, comforting Emma and Liam, texted my tracker data, saying, "Karen's trapped." Linda vowed to bring county officials, noting, "Stealing a federal inspector's truck? Prison." I alerted Agent Chun, who snapped, "Vehicle thefts FBI territory. We're tracking her." Neighbors swarmed, filming my empty driveway. My forum post exploded. "Karen stole my truck from my driveway. How about a tracker?" Hashtags Karen stole my truck and hashtag protect Sarah's ride trended, hitting 9 million views. Jake, my barista, live stream from Meadowmart, showing my truck's GPS ping. "Crescent Meadows demands justice," he said, hitting 10 million views. Lily handed out flyers about vehicle theft laws, explaining Sarah's truck is hers. Karen's a thief. Karen's HOA cronies, a trio with signs, enforce parking rules. Try to defend her, but neighbors drown them out, chanting Sarah's truck. Mia, my farmhand, filmed Karen's note, catching her signature. I shared my camera clip. "Karen hotwire my truck. She's tracked." The video hit 70 million views. James Thompson arrived, saying, "She targeted us too. We're testifying." His federal clout shook Karen's cronies. Harris's SWAT team and Chin's FBI unit rolled up, following my tracker to Karen's condo. "She's got your truck in her garage," Chun said, showing me the ping. I live-streamed, "Karen stole my truck. She's caught." The stream hit 150 million views, with news helicopters circling. Comments flooded. "Sarah's a genius." "Karen screwed." Linda arrived with the county sheriff, announcing, "Karen's theft is felony larceny." The crowd chanted, "Truck! Truck!" as Karen's cronies fled. The FBI found my truck, keys, and Karen's purse. Harris cuffed her as I hugged Emma and Liam. Karen rambled, "The HOA needed it," but Chun held up my footage. "You're under federal arrest," she said. The forum planned a ride-free day at Meadowmart, with music and property rights talks. Karen's lie about HOA business collapsed. My driveway owed nothing. The stage was set, not just to reclaim my truck, but to crush her reign and rally Crescent Meadows around my ride. Her theft was her end, and my tracker was my triumph. My driveway was a battleground of justice. Karen stood cuffed outside her condo, trembling, as Harris and Chun inspected my truck. The livestream hit 200 million views, with hashtag Karen stole my truck and hashtag protect Sarah's ride trending globally. Neighbors packed the street, waving signs. "Sarah's truck? No hoa theft." News crews broadcast live, anchors calling it a farmer's fight versus HOA crime. The air crackled, and I was ready to ground Karen. Tom addressed the crowd, voice steady. "Sarah's driveway is private, HOA-exempt county land. Karen's theft is grand larceny." He showed my tracker data and camera footage, proving her crime. Neighbors gasped, sharing the clips online. Ellen handed out flyers, saying, "Sarah's our shield. Karen stole from us." The forum surged, "Karen's a thief. Sarah's our hero." A viral tweet read, "HOA Karen steals truck. Doesn't know it's tracked by a federal inspector. Hashtag Karen stole my truck." Karen screamed, "I borrowed it." But Chin held up my footage, stating, "You hotwired a vehicle, felony theft." Her face crumpled. She hadn't known my tracker. National property rights groups joined X, posting, "Karen's attack on Sarah's truck is a disgrace. Support Crescent Meadows." The Change.org petition, "Justice for Sarah's Truck," hit 12 million signatures, with comments like, "Sarah's a legend," and "Karen's done." Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. "Sarah's truck and rights are our pride. Karen's theft threatens us all." She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $450,000 and ban all operations. The crowd roared, chanting "Ride Free." The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked texts disavowing Karen. She's rogue. Neighbors guarded my driveway as my farm hands patrolled the ranch. I grabbed the megaphone, heart pounding. Karen thought she could steal my truck, but I'm a federal inspector and my tracker's live. I proposed a ride-free day at Meadowmart with truck shows, music, and a fundraiser for theft prevention, inviting all. The crowd cheered, volunteering to guard my ranch. I shared online. Karen's theft failed. Join us for Sarah's ride. The live stream hit 300 million views, with hashtag #RideFreeDay trending. Comments flooded. Sarah's unstoppable. Karen's grounded. Karen made a last stand, yelling at Chun, "The HOA's above you." But Rachel, my attorney, arrived with a federal indictment. "You're charged with grand larceny, trespass, and fraud," she said, as Harris tightened her cuffs. The crowd parted, phones filming her walk to the FBI van. Jake's stream hit 400 million views, with comments like "Bye, Karen." Truck wins. News ran headlines. Federal inspectors tracker crushes HOA Karen's truck theft. Lily organized kids to paint ride-free signs, while Tom tied it to my lake, saying Sarah protects our rights. Harris drove my truck back, and neighbors cheered. Chin secured my driveway, and Linda promised county funding for a Crescent Drive sign, marking its status. The stage was set for a victory that would reclaim my truck, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but what happened next would shock everyone. The federal courthouse roared with justice as Karen faced trial. My truck parked safely at home. The live stream hit 450 million views, with hashtag Karen stole my truck and hashtag protect Sarah's ride trending worldwide. Neighbors packed the gallery, waving ride-free signs as news crews filmed. I held the megaphone, my roles as federal inspector, conservation head, and SWAT trainer now a verdict, my evidence our blade, ready to bury Karen. Judge Therese, a federal veteran, called order. "Ms. Miller, you're charged with grand larceny, trespass, and fraud," he said. Rachel presented my footage, showing Karen hotwire my truck. "The plaintiff's land is private, and the vehicle was tracked," she said. The gallery cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. "Karen's finished. Sarah's our queen." Chin testified, voice sharp. Karen's theft violated federal law and endangered community safety. She showed the tracker data, sparking gasps. Linda announced the council's $450,000 HOA fine and dissolution vote. The crowd chanted "Truck, truck," as kids waved painted wheels, symbols of our win. Tom showed my camera logs, proving Karen's intent. "Sarah's tracker crushed her," he said, sparking applause. I unveiled a Crescent Drive sign sketch, county-backed, to mark my driveway status. "This truck is mine, not Karen's," I said, sharing it online, a wheel under a state seal. The forum erupted. "Perfect. Sarah's legacy." Torres reviewed the evidence. Footage tracker, note, calling it overwhelming. Karen, pleading not guilty, claimed, "I borrowed it for HOA work." But Rachel played her note, exposing her lies. Torres ruled, guilty on all counts. 6 years for Miller, $1.2 million in damages to Sarah, and HOA dissolution. The gallery roared as Karen collapsed, broken. My digital dossier, footage tracker, indictments, was handed to the press, ensuring conviction. News ran it live. Federal inspectors tracker halts HOA Karen's truck theft. The crowd surged, music blaring, as Ride-Free Day plans took shape. I gave the mic to Liam, who shone. "My mom's truck's back," he said, smiling. Neighbors hugged him, guarding our home in solidarity. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph. Proof our rights could outshine theft. As my truck gleamed, justice rolled. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like "Tracker defeats HOA Karen's truck theft" and "Sarah's ride triumphs." The live stream hit 900 million views, with hashtag Karen stole my truck trending for weeks. Fan art of my truck as a justice symbol flooded the forum, and anti-theft groups invited me to speak. Talk shows called, but I stayed grounded, saying this is about my family, Ride-free day was a sensation. Thousands joined, neighbors, kids, Harris's team, touring my ranch, dancing, and unveiling the Crescent Drive sign. Meadowmart catered, and Tom led eco talks, tying the truck to my lake's bluefins. The event raised $800,000 for theft prevention, and state leaders hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Sarah's truck shines. No more Karens. The HOA was eradicated. Linda's vote fined it $450,000 and dissolved it, with new laws banning unauthorized seizures. Karen got 6 years, was banned from Crescent Meadows, and vanished to a prison cell, reportedly arguing over rules. Don't Steal Like Karen became a local joke, painted on bumpers. My driveway became a tourist draw, with visitors posing by the sign. Meadowmart and my farm stand soared. The cafe hosting drive nights with music and property rights talks. Tourists flocked to Sarah's driveway, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, mini wheels, badge patches, saying my fight inspired them. Tom's data showed my lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, footage tracker, verdicts was studied for property laws influencing policy. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the ranch. The forum planned a drive fest with music, truck shows, and SWAT demos, cementing our spirit. Sarah turned Karen's theft into our triumph. One post read, "I hired teens to patrol my ranch, giving them pride." At the fest, under a Drive Forever banner, Linda toasted to Sarah, Emma, Liam, and Crescent Meadows, where rights defeat thieves. Fireworks burst, kids danced, and my truck gleamed. Karen's theft had been a spark, but we built a legacy. Meadowmart, my ranch, and my truck were a stronghold, proof no bully could take our freedom. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand proud, free, and unstoppable.